So Apple Maps is deleting towns in Lebanon. Yes, they are. Now, if you go Google it, they're going to say this isn't true. And Apple pushed back. They said, look, we didn't do this intentionally. We just haven't gotten around to updating the app. But there were several people, as you can see, that said, you're lying. I was in Lebanon in September of 2025, and all of these towns were on your maps. But now it's clear. So let me tell you what's actually happening. They did this, Apple and Google. They did this during the Gaza/Israel conflict. It is their way of just totally erasing the fact of any documentation that once there was an actual town there with real, living, breathing people. Because Americans are so self-centered and so caught up in our little lives that we seem to think that real people don't live in the middle of these countries, that these are Muslim countries. They aren't Christian countries. We shouldn't be concerned about it. Donald Trump, like every president for the past 50 years, is using the American military to actually get rid of Christians, just like they did against Japan. Destroying Christian villages. Yes, there's some Muslims there. Funny thing, in the Middle East, they seem to be able to live in peace, even though your media tells you they don't. Now, let's not forget that even though Steve Jobs tries, the creator of Apple, tries to claim that he is not of the Judaism faith, he most definitely is. So again, they like to hide all of this stuff. Just like if you go back and you start looking, why were slave trade, why were they all closed Friday at sundown to Saturday at sundown? They weren't closed on Sunday when most Christians take a day of rest. They were closed on the Sabbath. And then you start looking at the name of the ship owners for the slave trade, and you realize there'd have been no slave trade if it wouldn't have been for this little group of people. But it's hard to find their names, right? Who started OnlyFans? Where did transgenderism start? Once your eyes open, you can't shut them again.